Welcome to another Pinche podcast.
What up? You're here with another Pinche podcast. This is Lobo, and I got Andy from Sage Media. How you doing, Andy?
Doing good. How you doing?
Well, trying to stay busy with work and everything. But you know, uh, I didn't get to go to Vegas. And one of the main topic right now I got going on with my podcast is what happened in Vegas, and I'm just reaching out to the people that went and whether they were um, media people, hoppers, people that had their car in the show, people that went just for the weekend for spectators. But tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into Vegas.
Well, my name is Andy, and I work for Sage Media, my company, and we've been in the business for about 10 years, and it's been really good. Um, it's just been, like I said, just started out with the camera phone, and then I went to an actual camera, and it
Mhm.
was hella dope just to see what was going on.
Yeah. So, um, so you spent the weekend in Vegas for the Lowrider Magazine Vegas Super Show. How was that for you?
Man, let me tell you, bro. Friday we got there about let's say about one or two. And then we went up to the first level because they were doing the rolling, and there was rolling had two levels.
Hmm.
There was a top level, and then there was a bottom level.
Yeah.
For the Lowrider magazine, it was hella dope. It was like all the big names were up on top, and it was really good to see like um, just some new cars out there.
Yeah.
I
And you rolled
mean,
in from where? You drove out there from Arizona.
yeah, we drove out there from Phoenix. It was about a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see everybody just doing their thing,
Yeah.
and I mean, first of all, I mean, shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for us, wasn't for Him, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Second of all, I want to shout out to all the media people, bro. There was so many media people out there. It was hella dope. I mean, I would shout them all out, but their names would be endless.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just cool to see new photographers out there doing their thing, and it was first time. Well, Friday night we got there for the Bill's Chop Shop,
Yeah.
and it was cool. It was hella cool. I heard there was word that it was canceled, and I don't know if it was canceled or not, but it was hella dope. I mean, it was
I saw.
just
Yeah, I saw footage, and it doesn't look canceled to me.
no. And I was just sitting. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." Just seeing. I mean, outsiders, majestics. I mean, anybody and everybody was there. Mito was there. Big John was there. Killer Mike was there. I mean, people are just hopping. The first time I've ever seen an Impala hop. There was
Like,
like four Impalas all just hopping one right in front of each other,
you
and I was
mean
like,
like,
"That's
like a hop that was like not just the well, we've seen Impala's hop, but you mean like a hop just like all Impalas.
yeah, all four. There was four of them just showed up and it just like just hopping like crazy." I was like, "That was cool." I'd say at least about like 500. Well, there had to have been 1,000 people there,
Damn.
like literally 1,000 people, and it was so. Bill's Chop Shop was right here, right?
Yeah.
There was a little spot over here on this side, and I saw videos. So Bill's Chop Shop was right here. That was packed. On this other side, where the warehouse was, not even down the street, that was packed too.
Wow. And then and
And
that's the local hop Vegas weekend. That's the local spot where they do a like a after hop night. Well, it's not really an after hop because it's more like a pre hop, but that's for everybody that gets out there on Friday.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was it was I would say it was nothing but the best. And I mean it was like really cool to see just people out there just enjoying their life. I mean,
Yeah.
just from that to hoppers to um, photographers out there just running around getting photos and videos and stuff like that. People handing out stickers, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was just it was one it was once in a lifetime, and I don't think they've ever um, it's ever been done. It's been done before, but not that packed.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
just the first night.
Yeah. That's and then that's the first time. What time did you get? What time were you out there till?
I think we were out there till about 2 in the morning,
Wow.
and they were like at midnight, about 11 midnight. People were starting to get out, but they didn't care. They were on the street,
Damn.
just hopping and stuff like that, and it was just. I mean, you had Larry hopping. You had, I mean, there's just so much happening, and like I said, you had to be there. It's just one of those events where, if you weren't there, I mean, it's hard to put it into words, but through the videos, I mean, you can show somewhat of it, but to see the actual experience, it was like it was really good.
Well, let me ask you this because I think sometimes people do see the well in Vegas anyway because it's really like this in Vegas. But some people are, I think, maybe intimidated by all the crowds out there all night long. Do you think that that's something that well people don't like want to go to the hops, like especially like the pre-hop or just I mean in general because it's usually pretty packed out there.
I think some people are just either they're tired from the rolling. I mean, I mean, you get there from 9 o'clock and you don't get out till 4.
Yeah,
So sometimes the last thing you want to do is at a hop. But I mean, it, like people being out there, not being out there. Yeah, some people get scared of like the hop and too many people around. You don't know what's going on and the whole situation. What's like you see on media.
yeah,
There's a people about shooting and stuff like that and fights and stuff like that. I mean, you look at the lowrider community, we're nothing but like family.
yeah,
Literally, we all help each other. Um, whether it's pushing a car or helping somebody get their shot. I mean, for us, it's nothing but love.
yeah,
And yeah, we do get people that say get out the way, but I mean, it's a little harder when you got like videos you're gonna put out or photos you're gonna put out. So we just kind of like the first night, it was just a free for all.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
hella cool. It was really cool to see people drop their. I mean, there were cars still coming in. I
Damn.
was like I said, that was just the first night.
Yeah.
Um, then we went to the Lowrider magazine show. That was cool.
What
I believe
you were in there?
the second level was packed.
Yeah, I believe. Well, it was there was the first level, and then the second level, and I think the second level was what majority of high class, from
Yeah,
what I was told. The
yeah.
what time do you end up showing up around for the Vegas Super Show?
We got there at 8.
Okay.
No, yeah, about 8. Well, 8, 9. Well, no, actually, no. We got there about 9.
Hmm.
We got there about 9 o'clock because we only had an hour to shoot
Yeah.
before they shut the doors and do the faux fire walk and everything.
Yeah.
But there was a lot. There was a lot of cars. There was more cars on top than there was at the bottom.
Yeah. The
But it was
so for you getting out there and doing your shoots, um, obviously you said you were out there till 2 a.m. and then you have go straight back to put the cameras on charge, check everything. You get your stuff ready for the show and do your shoots, and you come in before they open the doors. They I believe they were still moving in cars Saturday morning. I know from the bottom they said they were still moving people in, um, or they had to move most of the bottom floor in on Saturday morning early. So with you doing shoots like that, walking in there and doing stuff, I mean, did you do shoots with models? You were just taking pictures of cars. What were you doing that early? Before everything got situated.
I try to get there like before the roll in. Um, just the simple fact, I was working with a model. Her name was Jessica
Mm.
Garcia. She goes by AZ Latina on Instagram.
Mhm.
Hella cool, hella cool person to work with. This is her third year going with us. Always nothing but love with her. Um, just seeing her progress has really been really cool.
Yeah,
Um, she's she's definitely got out there. She definitely good at what she does.
yeah. But getting out there, like, just having a planet to get out there early in the morning, was that a big stretch for you from, like, the thing is, when you're in media and you're taking pictures and you're either, doing photos or video out there and you want to get everything, you're just like, it's like move, sleep, or you're not gonna get any sleep in Vegas.
No,
It's you're not
no.
rested. But so how long did you spend in at the show total?
We stayed there till about 4 or 5,
Okay.
and then we had a we had a so I worked with that model for a bit. Then I had two more models show up,
Mhm.
which were really cool. I mean, up and coming models. And one
Yeah.
was Ariana, and the other one was Angie.
Mhm.
They were hella cool. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you want to shoot with them, I mean, I highly recommend them.
Yeah. Well,
Well, one came from New Mexico and the other one came from Arizona, so it was hella cool. I mean, just seeing people, it was like you said. I mean, car shows. The whole weekend alone, we got about 12 hours sleep, 4 hours a day,
yeah, yeah,
which for us is a norm.
yeah. Yeah, I remember, last year when I was there last year, and it was like the show, then go back to the hotel, recoup a minute, and then end up, after the Vegas Super Show, then there was Frank's Hop. Um,
Yep.
but but I want to stay on the show. What time did you think? Around what time did you start getting like a lot of foot traffic in the Super Show?
I would say about one between noontime and 1.
Yeah.
That's when the foot traffic really started picking up. It got to the point where the vendors, you know how they have that little vendor alley?
Yeah.
That was just packed. I mean, you couldn't even get through. It took you like at least what normally takes us anywhere from like 15 to 30 seconds to get through it.
Yeah.
It took you about 10 to 15 minutes to get through there.
Wow.
There was just so many people out there. I mean, you had Franco's, uh, formerly known as Foolish in Vegas. He was there. High Class was there. I
Mhm.
mean, just so many car clubs out there. I
Yeah.
mean, shout out to all of them because they put in all the work. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, just day in, day out, keeping the cars clean, keeping them nice. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, from both ends, from media to um, getting the show ready, like you said, getting our batteries charged, making sure we got media cards, like
Yeah.
SD cards or whatever kind of card we have.
Yeah.
We have those, and then on top of that, we have to make sure that we're ready for an all day event.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because sometimes, I mean, like with you, I know you went through like 4 or 5 batteries, just your camera alone.
Oh, yeah. When I shoot video, I have a lot of batteries I gotta go through. But
Yeah,
yeah, I carry a lot of batteries with and that's why I start carrying a little bag. I have like a hip bag, and it's just all batteries. That's what it's for. That's just to have my batteries. And
yeah.
but so I mean, you see a lot. You said you've seen a lot of different cars you haven't seen before. what cars, what really stuck out for you when you were there, like there, like when you like you're walking down there, you're taking your shots, you're doing stuff. What caught your attention? You think that maybe was probably maybe one of the vehicles that are like most photoed or something like that?
There was, I just can't name one. There was way too many cars.
Yeah.
You had a 62 out there. You had Franco's 57 out there.
Mm.
Um, there was Bicla's out there. I mean, it's just the one that really, really stood out was the Gladena from High Class.
Mhm.
There was this 62 or 63. I want to say it's anywhere like I want to say it's a 62.
Yeah.
Impala was dope. It was on the lower level and it was from High Class
Mhm.
and it was nothing but clowns all the way around on the trim, like all the way around on the side. You start from one side and goes to the other side, and
Yeah.
it finished. It was nothing but clown. It was clown themed, and I was like, that's hella dope.
Yeah.
Um, just the details. I mean, the details alone. You had 59s out there that were engraved, the gold and rose gold, and like when I look at it, like it's literally a museum
Yeah.
for us photographers.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, you're seeing new stuff that you haven't seen before, and you shot this car before, but you're like, you see another aspect that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
I mean, like Julio's was it 65 that won third place in for the Lowrider magazine.
Mhm.
That was his first time ever busting it out at the Las Vegas show.
Yeah.
But not only did he win there, he won at Torres.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So it was really cool to see. There was, I mean, that was only like I said, from the first day to the second day at the Super Show was just a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, just like I said, just to see people. I mean, Georgia was there. I mean, Candy and Chrome, hella cool people.
Yeah.
Nothing but love for them. Hoppos was there. Unique cutouts. I mean, I could go on and on with names, and
Yeah.
it was really really cool to see. I mean, it was cool right at Roland because we got to see what is it, Daniel Gonzalez
For
for the homies.
oh, David Gonzalez.
Oh, David Gonzalez. My
Yeah.
bad. David Gonzalez. It was cool to see him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, hella humble dude.
Yeah.
Really, really humble guy.
Definitely.
It was just, and then the crowd for Bone Thugs and Harmony when they started, because we happened to just we were trying to round up and everything and trying to get out of there,
Mhm.
so that way we can go to Frank's hop. It was just the Bone Thugs and Harmony thing was just packed, packed, packed. I mean, you could. It was packed to the point they were pushing it into the cars,
Oh wow.
and it was a big, big crowd. I
That's good.
mean,
I mean, I'm glad that they had that kind of a turnout for Vegas. I mean, I've seen Bone Thugs perform a couple times, but it's like, but when you have something like that at Vegas and everybody's there for it and everything, and it just works out for them, and that's the name of Lowrider magazine. That's the Vegas Super Show, and people go out there, and I mean, when you're out there at a show and you're trying to get all that content, sometimes you really don't really get to enjoy the show. It's just bam, 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 hustle, 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 move, move, move. On to the next and keep going, and you bump into people and you say hi, or you're like, so and so, or I follow you or whatever, and it's like, but you got to keep moving, and a lot of times it's not for content creators, it's not such a sociable event because it's a one time only event. Like you gotta do it in the moment. And we don't get that opportunity to just stop and like take a breath and appreciate each other and talk. And so,
yeah,
it's just it's just a nonstop. And then if you do have time, sit there and maybe enjoy the concert because it's at the end of the show. I mean, if anything, right?
Cause you like honestly, I mean you kind of see where we come from. I mean, like um the from the time we get there,
Yeah.
we're already pumped up on energy drinks. We like super loaded on our food. We're having like breakfast in the morning.
Yep.
Like we'll get burritos, we'll get like stuff on the way because at the end of the day, we don't get to eat.
Nope.
That's what people don't see is that we don't eat. We don't eat till the end.
No.
And literally when we're um, trying to get our stuff done, by the time we're done, some of us can, well, majority of us can tell you our blood sugar. Some, I mean, for people that are going through it, some of us our blood sugars are low. Some of us are shaking because we're like we haven't had anything. The
Yeah.
only thing we had was water or another soda just to keep yourself going, and or you're eat like if you're able to, you're
Yeah.
bringing in some type of snack, so you're just snacking all day,
Yeah.
which was cool. I mean, like it was hella cool to literally just sit down and talk with them. Well, for I think about 15-20 minutes, which was hella cool. I've always seen the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hella cool. Shout out to Tuck Culture,
Mm.
really humble guy. He's
Hmm.
from Tucson. He's a Tucson shooter.
Okay.
He's hella cool guy. We were just talking about like the as far as like model poses, like I mean just the whole thing in general. I mean that's a
Yeah.
whole nother thing we could go to, but right now we're on the Vegas Super Show. But shout out to him. I mean we
Yeah.
had literally like just a one-on-one conversation, which you normally don't have
Yeah.
when you're at the shows.
Definitely. And that is a thing because it's like anything else. Like sometimes you just don't really get to touch base with people, and but a lot of people don't understand, like especially with the content creators, if they're really serious about what they're doing. And some people they record live, some people will do with their cell phone, some people are using professional camera equipment, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, you're running around that event and you're lucky if you can spare the time to get something to eat. If you're smart and you start there in the morning before the show starts, you grab a snack when the doors open before the lines get off the chain. And then if you're
Yep.
really lucky, you'll have somebody around that goes and to get something for you guys to snack on and sit in line while you're still working, and then try to find where they're at just to get like a pretzel or something and a drink just to keep you alive for most part, because that's really what it comes down to. It's like,
Yeah.
like it just, okay, I ate something, keep moving. I'm not gonna pass out, keep moving. And then that's, it's like, okay, we're done. Spent all day doing this. Now I'll go find time to eat something, because you're right. If you go in there, you're on an energy drink, you better eat a good breakfast, because you're gonna probably not going to have time to stop eating. If you do good, especially with Vegas and how big that show is, you can't really, you really just cannot stop, because
No.
you're not going to get what you want unless you're just there and you're not really interested in getting all the possible content. People like you and me, I got to get everything. And when you're doing, for myself, I do, photos and I do video and everything. But there's a pressure that we keep on ourselves. There's a goal. We have a goal. I'm going to do this and I'm going to get this. And for, being a content creator, a photographer, videographer, you set a certain goal and you got to sit there and try to make it through that event to, get what you can and what you're trying to get. I mean,
Oh
it's,
yeah.
people just don't understand. They think it's just like, oh, you're just carrying, walking around casually and enjoying your day with a camera. It don't work like that.
No. It's
Yeah.
I mean you got like you said with videos. I mean even with videos, excuse me. Um, I mean, I don't know how Dreamon does it, but that dude's a beast with those the camera phone.
Yeah.
Um, and like uh, even if you're just recording on like something like what we have, like what I'm working on right now is a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to carry portable chargers. You got to carry stuff with you. You got to make sure your phone's always on
Yep.
because people are trying to call you while you're in your like. I mean, we like you said, the normal everyday for us is the norm. I mean, when you tell people about like what photographers do at a show, they're like,
Yeah.
"How do you guys do it?" I mean, I don't know. It's just a rush. To when I look at it, it's just like for us, it seems like it's just a rush because, like you said, it's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Because the Super Bowl of super shows is Vegas.
Yeah.
Because, like I was telling somebody, we prepare like 6 months ahead of time.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I mean, like you said, with like the struggles as far as going back to as a photographers, we're looking at Airbnbs, we're looking at like our budgets, we're looking at stickers, we're looking at like so just as much as like a lowrider, the people that they're spending 2 grand, 2 grand, sometimes we're like 2, 3 grand in before we even hit the show.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think last year, um, was it we stayed at the Westgate, right? You stayed there again
Hmm.
this year? Yeah.
No, I stayed with a friend at Airbnb, but
Yeah.
I kind of missed the Westgate.
Well, I mean, what the so the benefit? I mean, because everybody has their benefit of if you're gonna stay Airbnb, Airbnb is probably gonna be a little bit cheaper, but you got to travel. But if like for instance, like me, I'll fly out there. But so Westgate last year made more sense to me because I could walk, and so on and so forth. But
Yeah,
they look at the hotel price, everything. Like so, one of the reasons why I didn't go is I was trying to put it together, and I was like talking about going to Vegas, as soon as the date was out, and then I was like, okay, but eventually I had to be like, am I gonna be able to budget this? I wanted to take my son, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna have to make sure I have to feed him, have, get the room, am I gonna drive out there? Am I gonna fly out there? Flying's easy, driving's not so easy, but I'll have a car. You look at all these things to make a decision of whether you're going to go out there or not. And then, I was like, okay, I got stuff going on with work and so on and so forth. So what it came down to is I'm going to pick my work, this year. And I got some other stuff. And I was like, I don't want to have to worry about the money, put it away and do all this stuff. But that's because I had stuff going on with work in a good way. And
yeah.
so so I had to pick that over Vegas. And it's crazy because Vegas every year I have for myself, I have that dilemma because it's just a weird time of year where things get busy at work. But you know, but you as any photographer, any person, they have to pick and choose their battles. And you're gonna go
Hmm.
out there for an entire weekend. I mean, there's been a couple years when I flew in the morning, went to the Vegas Super Show, did my thing, and and then flew right back home. It's an hour and a half flight. It's easy, but there's no hotel involved, all that other stuff. So sometimes, and I've been doing that in Arizona, where the last couple years I just flew in, did the show, did the cruise after, and then I flew back home. But you
I
know,
mean that Arizona Super Show, I was there. This guy right here, he just stayed up the whole day.
yeah,
I mean, it's like I said, it's just a struggle that we have to go through.
yeah,
Either A, you're gonna miss out on something, or you're like, hey, let me sit down for a minute. The minute you do sit down, somebody, I mean, you and I know, like, there's times where we're at the like a cruise. We're just sitting there, just doing our thing, just chopping it up with people, and somebody in the out of middle of nowhere starts looking, and then all of a sudden you're right in the middle of a hop. You're
yeah,
just
exactly.
didn't ask for it. You
Well,
just it just
yeah, well, the cruise is a whole other beast. It's like the 1 minute nothing's really popping off, and then the minute you turn your back and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go grab a soda or something," and you're not paying attention, you turn the camera off, then all of a sudden someone's gas hopping down the street, and everybody's going, "What?" It's damn it, I was waiting right there the whole time. I could have got that, and you didn't get it, and you're like waiting for them to do it again. And then then everybody's seen them hop, and then they stand in front of the car and they ruin it because they can't gas hop because all the photographers are standing in front of the car that's gas hopping, and so they won't gas hop because that's
hmm.
how they get air. Like they hop, But that's a whole difference. That's a whole different discussion with me with all that. But so So how much time did you have in between when you left Vegas Super Show to get yourself situated for Frank's Hop?
30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. It was just enough time just to get in the car, kind of chill out, and then we were at the Super Show. We were at Frank's Hop, and I'm telling you, like it's kind of like the state fairs where everybody's from here and it goes all the way down here and around the corner. That
Yeah.
was Frank's Super Hop.
Yeah, I heard there
There
was a
were
lot of people,
still there
cars.
was a there was he said he had 15 acres. Last year he had 10. This year he had 15. I mean, shout out to Frank too. And Frank, Chinaman. I mean, a lot of them guys that put on the shows. It's so. I mean, even like going into like the shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like you were talking about budgets. We not only have to look out for like the Vegas Super Show, we
Mhm.
have to do the Frank Super Hop,
Yep.
and then right after that, sometimes we have to look at like the tourist event, which is the next day. So we're going
Yeah.
bam, 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 which can easily go anywhere from about I'd say like $60. So it was about $50, $60
Yeah.
to like $400 in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Because but like Frank's Super Hop, I mean, there was just cars upon cars upon cars. I mean, you had Pinky there, you had was it CCE was there too, MTA Customs was out there, um, Kenny from uh, with the red truck, the hops.
Yeah.
That was cool to see. And I think they had they said last I heard was 22, but then I talked to Kenny. He said he hit 27 consecutive licks, just 20, like bam, bam, bam. And he
Yeah.
told them guys at the end of the night, he said, "I'm walking it out the gate." So I mean, he was a man of his word. He walked it out from the hot pit, and I was videoing it, and I thought he was going to hit a booth. He just kept hopping, kept
Yeah.
hitting it
Mhm.
until they told him to stop, and it was 27 licks.
Wow.
I mean, like Cindy from Ladies Legacy,
Mhm.
Serena. I mean, just it's hella cool to see like the younger generation, the younger girls, you getting in there hopping the switch.
Yeah.
Like Mito and his daughter Ruby,
Yeah.
hella cool to see.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's just so. I mean, the Vegas Frank's Super Bowl. There's a reason why they call it a Super Bowl hop.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is super hops because I believe he said there was anywhere from like 200 to 300 cars, just the cars alone.
Damn.
So one whole side from this side on this way was
Yeah.
just hoppers, and then
Wow.
from this side this way was nothing but cars.
Show cars.
There was show cars, there was models, there was photographers out there. Because I'm seeing videos like and people that I'm normally um, like I normally run with,
Yeah.
they were out there. But like you said, we were so busy, we were just trying to like. Um, so you went from the Vegas Super Show, and then you go to Frank's Super Hop. You're not if you're not ready for those shows, you're going to be tired because we go from that show
Yeah.
just into another one. And it's just like you better be ready because something could pop off at any minute. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at like the 64 with the from CCE. They were hitting it, and it was so cool to see. 'Cause I have it on video.
Yeah.
I yet to put it out because I mean you and I know with the videos you get anywhere from like you can get anywhere from like I'd say 30 videos on up to like 2,000 in that whole weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could literally clear out your phone. You could clear out your SD cards. You could run through like 4 SD cards in that weekend just alone.
Oh yeah.
That and then That's, I mean, they were still cruising. No, I mean, I know that I've seen videos
Yeah.
where Frank Super Hop was. There were still people outside running around doing three wheels.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was I know that they had promoted a cruise, and then I'm sure there was the people that didn't go in. I mean, a lot of people will take a lot of people don't notice, but they'll take their car out there and they'll cruise. They won't enter it in any of the shows, but they'll just be out there on the street. and
Hmm.
and they're taking their car from out of town. I mean, they're bringing in their lowrider, they're trailering it all the way out there, and they're not even showing it. They're rolling, they're rolling it. They're fucking hitting switches on the street. They're on the boulevard. There, everybody's doing that, and they might walk into an event, but maybe more than likely they're just out there just to have a damn good time, and
Hmm.
so that's one of the that's also one of the things I feel like I miss out on because you're covering all these events. And I was like, for me, it was like, how do you cover the super show, super hop, and then you get the street content? You can't. There's no way because it's
No,
happening at the same time.
no,
So you
no.
got
It just
your battles when you go out there. And so how was shooting from the hot pit? How was that with all the media in the hot pit, like always, as much as they kind of try to organize or try to get under control? How was everybody in the hot pit with the photographer wise people?
photographer wise, it was I mean, I would say like more times than not, it was like an organized chaos.
Hmm.
It was more like, I mean, because Frank and Chinaman have literally said numerous times. I mean, you've been at the hops where they've been in Arizona or last year's Vegas, where they'll tell everybody to get down, or they'll shut the hop off, and they've literally shut the hop off because nobody's paying attention.
Yeah,
And there was a time where they literally kicked everybody out the pit. So when they kick out the pit, I go this way towards the gate
yeah.
because I'm trying to stay in the pit. I'm not trying to like, because Frank. One thing they don't know about Frank is that when Frank's Frank's a hella cool guy,
Yeah,
but you get the business Frank,
yeah.
he just don't care.
Oh yeah, he don't play.
He does not play when it comes to his hop. He's like, hey, you're either gonna pay attention to me,
Mm.
um, or you're gonna get out the pit. And there's literally I've heard stories to where he gave people their money back.
Oh yeah, last year.
Not that it's a bad not that it's a bad thing. I mean, not like with Frank, he's hella cool. Always been like since day one, since I've known Frank, hella humble. I was at Albuquerque Super Show, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, Andy? How you doing?" I
Yeah,
mean, Chinaman, Sad Low Key was in there.
yeah.
Street was in there. It was just cool just to see. And we've told them before, like you could have 10 different photographers shooting that same event. Not one of you is going to have the same thing.
Oh no, definitely. And I think everybody fights, as a photographer, that how it goes. It's like everybody's jumping in front of everybody, moving around, and either you with the experience, you don't really have if you put yourself in the right spot, you shouldn't have to jump around and walk around and run around. And I
Nope.
always watch, you gotta have patience because everybody gets a little excited and you get the new photographers or the new videographers. And I mean, I was there once, I was new too, and but you see people, yeah, it's like, people will run around jumping, just they're going ham with the camera and everything, and they don't realize you're like in everybody's shot. And
Hmm.
but if you have experience, like I said, if you like me, I'll squat in one spot and I'll just bam, I'm just getting that, or I'm getting video from an angle, and
Hmm.
that's all you need. But I think there's a lot of people that either don't know how to edit, because that's one of the things too, and or they're just hyped up, like, I got to get this shot, and it's like you'll get the shot, but you just gotta like figure out where you need to be. Positioning is everything with that crowd, and as many hoppers and not hoppers, as many photographers and videographers that are in that pit, and you're all trying to stay down and so the crowd can see, and if you're trying to stay out the way, I mean, you're going to sit there and you're going to have to learn where to put yourself. You're going to have to learn what type of camera to bring. You're going to have to learn, does it make sense to have a gimbal or not a gimbal? For me, the hot pit handheld all day. You don't need a gimbal. You don't need none of that.
Hmm.
Because it moves too. It's too wild. It's too run around, and the car is going to do all the moving. Uh, to me, it's like there's no reason. If anything, you just need a lot of battery. So like
Hmm.
a handheld rig with an extra, a extra camera battery, or you have extra batteries with you, but handheld, and then like a wide angle lens, something that does zoom,
Hmm.
because you don't know where you're gonna be at. But I mean, I've seen guys. I remember last year, this one guy he had a 70 to 200, and the difficulty with that was is that he had to stand like way behind a lot of photographers to get a good shot, and that's just too big of a lens for that event. You have
That's
to be able,
way too big.
yeah, and that's why I go in there with, I like having a wide angle lens. I mean, even if you have a mid range lens and you just know where to stand, but like I said, if you stand too far back, everybody's going to be in front of you, and then you can, and if you don't have a zoom, you're going to have to get closer to the car. I mean, this is just something that as a photographer, you're going to have to place yourself depending on what you're using, but
Hmm.
you know once again, it's trial and error when you're in there in that hot pit. You got to figure out what works and what's pointless. You're going to go with all kinds of gear. You're on your toes, you're jumping around, you're moving around, you're rolling, everybody's moving with the car, and sometimes you got to hold on to that camera and you're standing there for how many hours? You're standing till 3 in the morning, and it's
Hmm.
hot as hell. Like, honestly, like, you just need a handheld rig, just a regular camera with a decent lens, and record. That's it, or take pictures. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, to me, it's a trial and error thing, and people have to understand that there's a lot you do need or don't need while you're in that pit, but you also have to be courteous to other photographers and everything like that, because that's how you get on people's bad side when you don't even realize what you're doing, and you're just getting in the way. Sometimes I seen, and that was what I experienced last year. There was just a lot of people jumping and getting in the way, and I'm like, where's all their shots? You know what I mean? Like, they're jumping
That's
around.
what I. That's what I kind of get. Like, I mean, people like you said, just people just jumping one right after the other, just bam, bam, bam. Always got to get in the shot. Always got to do this and always do that. But like, I've learned for shooting it for at least for Frank's events,
Mhm.
I normally just walk in with the phone
Yeah,
because I'm like you said, number one, we're not trying to lug around all that equipment.
yeah,
You gotta. So literally, the struggle with you is you would have to like if you got the wagon, you gotta lug that around. You gotta lug trying to get the shot, trying to get this. You don't have that time. You literally from the time they start hopping to the time they're done, you've got anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds,
oh yeah,
and you've got that hop, and then I mean, what happens right after that? I mean, I've heard people say, "Well, we don't like the I guess you would call it what we call shit talking."
yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's just people just arguing back and forth about like, oh this, oh that. I hit this, I hit that. Oh, my car is better, and
That's
it's
part,
going to happen.
but that's
That's part of the game.
opera part of lowriding. That's the male soap opera part of the hop game. Without the shit
Hmm.
talking, there wouldn't be any, like, competition wise. That's what it is. It's the
No,
competition.
I mean, like that super hop alone. I mean, I heard words last year that Jeep Perico showed up, which was hella cool. I mean, I was like, he showed up. Like, yeah, he showed up at the last event. This event was just it was cool just to see. I mean, your you had your everyday hoppers,
Yeah,
the big dogs like Mito and John, and like we can go on and on with the names, but it was also cool to see like the what we call them potato chipping,
yeah,
like the street cars. It was just cool just to be in that environment. Like I said, it's one of those events to you have to be there.
Yeah.
to know the experience. Because we could talk about the shows, we could talk about how good this show was or how this was, but if you're not there, it's a whole different experience.
Oh yeah.
The struggles as far as us videographers,
Yeah.
well, I mean, we do videos and whatnot. The struggle sometimes is, yeah, we get a little too close to those cars,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, to see the videos and everything, they're like, "Yo, you got that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was." But yeah, I mean, you run into like, but like you said, the common courtesy, like with us, with when we're shooting models, as far as like the hops and stuff. If you're, I always tell the beginners or amateurs or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I say you're going to start from the back and you're going to go to the side, maybe depending on how we, because those I look at it like the hoppers as though like as you're going to a bull riding show
Oh yeah.
because
It's
the
wild. There's
which
no
is
there's no predictability.
no, because as soon as that car hits, it's already up in one leg and it's
Yep.
going to walk. And you already know the other one, like a bull. Okay, so it's going to turn this way and it's going to go that way and then it's going to hit.
Yeah.
With the hopper, you're like, okay, so this one's going to hit twice and it's going to go up and it's going to walk and it's going to walk fast because this one has no brakes.
Yeah.
To where hoppers, they're not looking. The minute they say blast off, they're just hitting that switch.
That's right.
When they hit that switch, that's why I talk to my models. Like, if I happen to grab you or if I happen to pull you out the way, it's for your safety. Don't fight me because if you fight me, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Um, they all, I mean, majority of them know that,
Yeah.
but still, you run that risk of like working with models and like not only models, but working with just videos and photos alone.
Yeah.
I mean, uh, was it Chio when we were in Vegas when they remember that time where they shut down Peppermill and then everybody just jumped to that next location?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got hit by his Lincoln Town car.
Oh wow. But
And
that's the thing. It just you can't be distracted. You got to be focused. You got to be able to keep your eye on the camera, on the car at the same time. The thing is, the hops are wild. If you don't know, people want to get under there and take a picture, but that's not. If you fall, you trip, you're screwed. But once again, this is what it comes down to: is that people think that those shots. I mean, honestly, like this puts away. I think what I don't even know how long the most hop videos are, but if you see a hop video and it has, let's just say Frank's hop probably about over 100 cars, okay, that video, let's just say it takes on YouTube an hour to watch. They were there for like 5 hours because
mhm.
all the downtime in between the damn hoppers, the car breaks down, they got to move it out the way. People just shit talking, they're moving the media back, pushing them back, whatever there's a ton of downtime where you're just holding on to your camera, just standing there going, what the, just like, come on, let's go or whatever. And then the car hops, and then you'll see a car, you're ready for it to hop in it, and then like boom, hit, it blew the fucking, blew a motor, blew something. It doesn't even hop. So then they got to move that on and on to the next and on to the next. And you can put that video together. You can put those pictures online, and people don't understand that how many hours you stood out there to get this content. And they think like, it's just, back to back hop. Nah, this shit takes hours and hours to get through these damn hops.
I
And
mean,
you're on your feet, you're standing up, you're squatting down, you're standing up, you're squatting down, you got to go to the bathroom, whatever. And you're like, there's not, of course they never have a fucking porta potty in the hot pit. And then you're like, you got to go all the way across the event to find the restroom. If you're not just sitting there holding it and say, I'll just wait till it's over in 2 hours, and
or
I know,
3 or 4 sometimes.
yeah, and then on top of that, you're just, Vegas is hot. So you're out there, you know, trying to find water. Good luck with that. I mean, and I'm talking about the photographers, and the video, the media. It's like, it's just basically like, you better just have a pack of gum because that's what's going to hold you off for the rest of the night.
Hmm. You better like even getting to the super hops. I mean, you better eat from the time if you got 30 minutes and you have to get from this point A to this point B,
Yeah.
you better stop by a gas station and get the little convenient sandwiches, or go to McDonald's and just run through
Remember,
and
that's
get
what
like
we
a
did.
burger or something.
Remember, we did that last year for Torres.
Yeah,
We had to
yeah.
go run, just grab stuff. Like,
It
yeah.
was cool. I mean, just to see. Um, I mean,
And
Frank's super hot.
how did Torres go after that? Like, so the next day, right? So Torres, what time did you leave excuse me, what time did you leave Frank's house?
About 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. So
So yeah,
from about 9 a.m. to 3 in the morning, you were out there on your feet running around.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then
then the
Tor and
next day was, I mean, it wasn't even Torres yet.
mhm.
There was, we got there early for the high class picnic.
Oh, okay, okay. That's right. That's
That
right.
was packed. We just got there early and it was already packed.
Yeah.
We stayed out there till about 2:33.
Hmm.
And by the time we were leaving, there was just line. There, it was literally like what Frank's was. It was a line from here, and it was already going out the park, and then just people just kept seeing. I was like, and when I got there, people were just telling me like, "Yo, it was crazy. That what you could. It got to the point where you couldn't even get in that park."
Wow.
Speedy's 64 that he busted out with.
Yeah.
That thing is super clean.
I haven't seen it yet. Not the new one.
It's super clean. I'll when I get out the podcast, I'll show you. I'll send you the video. I mean the photo.
Yeah.
But it is super clean. It's got murals in there. It's got rose gold in there, and the rose gold is engraved and stuff like that. I mean,
Mm.
to me that was one of a kind. And you had all of high class. We're all just around the corner. It was just literally the whole park was just packed of lowriders.
Wow.
It was just
Yeah.
it
I
was really cool to
forgot
see that.
that. Sorry, I forgot they even had the high class. I forgot all about that part too. Like I said, there was all kinds of stuff going on. I know there was stuff like Fremont Street was cracking. I know all that stuff was cracking. I'm sure Torres. Torres, of course, most of the hoppers that were at Frank's were at Torres, and So what time? How long did Torres ends? What, about 11, 12?
Torres ended about 10:30, 11. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
That was really that was a good event.
yeah,
That was. I mean, I've always go there. I've always enjoyed it myself. Sam Torres himself is hella cool. Like the whole team that he works with,
yeah.
hella humble people.
Was it really hot out there, or no?
Um, no, it was cool. During the day, it was kind of hot, yeah, but during the night, it was getting there.
I think it was,
It was
yeah,
getting where you start putting a jacket on and stuff like that, but it wasn't too cold. I mean, coming from Phoenix, you're used to
yeah,
115, 120 degree heat. I
yeah.
mean, last year,
We're already
what
used
we
to
were
Vegas
we
and
were there.
Arizona weather. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it was just when they talk about the Vegas lowrider weekend,
yeah,
it's literally a Vegas lowrider weekend. It's literally nothing but lowriders. I mean, literally, they had the Complex Con, they had all these other different events. But to see the unity of like different clubs, because people are, I mean, like you said, all the shit talking happens and all
yeah,
this other stuff happens. But when you get to see the unity, like people, when somebody breaks down, or um, when a hopper breaks down, or when somebody happens to get on top of it, like case in point. I
mhm.
mean, me and you were there when Mito's car burnt down.
Oh yeah,
What happened? What happened? The next day, it was already ready to hop again.
yep, yep.
Um, there was
And
springs pop.
you
I
guys
mean,
hop, break down, and put it back together, and do it again the next day.
hmm and that weekend alone, um, just like I said, just to be at Torres was hella cool to
Yeah,
see. Um, like we've always said too, it's like a family reunion. We don't see each other's like every day or Yeah, we see each other through podcasts or through events or like through lives and just kind of just chop it up with each other. But to get to be at an event and see that somebody you haven't seen for a while.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was hella cool. It was really cool that like outsiders from Hawaii. Um, it was hella cool to see Uso all the way from Hawaii. One of the dopest things I've seen out there, going back to the Super Show, was
Mhm.
the tribute to Kita.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, like to know. I really didn't get because I came in the latter part where he was, you know, going declining.
Yeah.
But anytime I seen him, he was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just really humble. The whole family that we were around, by people from Hawaii, shout out to them because they kind of see me. They're like, "Yo, we've been watching your stuff and we've been doing all this." So really, when we see this, I mean, you and I know we've been doing it for a minute. We don't do this for the clout. We
Yeah.
don't do this for to chase after the next greatest car or the next do this.
Yeah.
I got a tattoo on my arm, like if you could see right here, it
Mhm.
says Lowrider Lifestyle. For
Yeah.
me, I did that for myself because I'm in it for life.
Yeah.
And I've told people, I said, I mean, like as far as awards or becoming a Hall of Famer, that's cool and all.
Yeah.
But I enjoy doing this simply because the love, to see people grow. I mean, to see the little. I saw, was it 10-year-old?
Oh yeah.
I saw this guy, this young kid. He's got, I forget, I totally spaced his name, but he's hella cool. He was hitting the hops. He was in the hop hit. He was hitting the switch and everything.
Nice.
Um, I mean, seeing 11-year-olds like the young generation, seeing them come up,
Yeah.
which is really cool for us because I mean, like I said, we can go on and on about this and that, but like shout out to them, man. I mean, putting
Oh
in
yeah.
the work. Like, I mean, because we us that have been doing it for a minute, yeah, we can get hot pits and we can all do this other stuff, but
Yeah.
when you really because they've always told us, like they told both of us, stay humble in this game.
Yeah.
When you're humble, you'll get everywhere. You have to put in the footwork,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
always, like we've always said, stay. Never forget where you came from. Because what I tell people is, I used to be that guy outside of the gate. I used to be the guy trying to get in the gate. I
Yeah.
used to be the guy trying to meet all these people. I mean, just like I said, just to see these young kids coming in with cameras and new ideas and stuff like that. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
We do it
Definitely.
because we're making like Sonny Madrid, Esteban Oreo. We can go on with the people that we look up to.
Yeah.
Now, when people see us, like that have been doing it for a minute, they look up to us like, "Yo, your videos are bad. They're dope." Or, "Man, I love your videos. I love what you're doing." And I mean, was it 2 years ago? I had a family fly all the way up from Seattle just to come see me.
Nice.
I was like, "What?" Like they
Yeah.
were so excited to see different. They were so excited just to tell me about their business, which for me really meant something. It meant the world to me
Yeah.
because I was able to see what the other side people want to see. I
Yeah.
was able to hear their love. They're like, "Man, we like your videos. We love who you are, and this and that." I mean, we could, like I said, we could go on and on about like different stories and stuff like that. But going back to Torres, um, I think his name is Sadpool Visuals.
Hmm.
Really cool guy. Like what's his name? There's another guy was out there. Just had the whole gimbal and everything and whatnot.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. Really, really cool guy. Um, met a lot of new people. I
Yeah.
mean, people that were. I mean, people you just don't normally meet. I mean, it's from events to for us when we try to do events, we try to network with people. We try
Oh
to
yeah,
show people.
and that's right there. Vegas. It's a number one networking event when it comes down to it. If you're gonna end up meeting with people, collaborating with people, and you're gonna shake their hand for the first time, a lot of times it's gonna be at a major car show. It's gonna be at a big event, and people are gonna come up to you and they're gonna say, hi or whatever it may be. But once again, when we come back to what Vegas is all about, it's all the lowriders getting together one way or the other, where you're a content creator, where you're a lowrider, where you're a show car, where you're a hopper, whatever it may be. The lifestyle Vegas is the one place where you're going to see that. And yes, not everybody goes to Vegas, and people will say that about Arizona. Some people will say that about this show and that show, but it is like that at all those shows, and it's for the same reason. It's all about unity, you know.
Hmm.
But um getting back to everything like that, I really appreciate your time and you coming on. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, but you know what, like I said, everybody that's out there, if you didn't go to Vegas, well, there's always, hopefully next year, there's always YouTube. And follow everybody that I bring on the podcast. Go follow uh Andy's Instagram, and enjoy the content, because at the end of the day, uh we just keep moving, we keep doing it, and it's going to be on to the next year. So thank you again, Andy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. One last thing.
Mm,
The one thing that I've never seen in my life. I've
mm.
never ever experienced it. They shut down Vegas sign for 1 whole hour.
Oh yeah.
There was a tourist thing, and then they had a little hop up. Remember where Pinky and them, and then they all stopped the traffic.
Uh-huh.
They did a hop there, and then they were finished. After that, this was about 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we literally Sunday we didn't get to bed like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Crazy.
But that was the first time I've ever seen the lowrider community shut down that whole sign for a whole hour.
That's
It
bad.
took at least police 100 deep to break us apart.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can pull it off again next year. And they're
But
going to be
yeah,
looking at all that, and they're going to decide whether they're going to be proactive, as they say. But
yeah.
I
But
gotta, yeah, definitely. And I
thank you
appreciate
for
you.
the opportunity.
No problem.
Nothing
Okay.
but love. I mean, nothing but love for the community. Like I said, photographers, videographers, promoters,
Yeah.
everybody involved with the whole Las Vegas. Whether you were cars, whether you were a spectator, shout out to all you guys. I mean, we know the struggles. I mean, we know like what you guys had to go through just to get to that show. Shout out to everyone that just showed up and showed out at the show, because if it wasn't for you guys wouldn't make the show happen. Just
Def-
as much as us media guys, we push out the shows, we push out the cars, we push out all this stuff. But
yeah.
if it wasn't for every like people just coming up to like fans, or people are seeing this, coming to this because of this, like I said, everyone that was involved, shout out to you guys, because I mean
Yep. And thanks for watching the
you're
podcast.
what made these shows.
Actually.
Yeah, thank you,
Yep.
thank you.
All right, guys. We're
And
gonna go.
if you wanted videos with this guy, with Pinche Lowriders, I mean it's gonna be dope. But much
Yep.
love, everybody.
See it.
Pinches Lowriders.